Let's go get this Mad King George. Yeah, I need to do platforming. Might be that I actually need to do platforming with the without the eagle powers. Or I don't know. The music is picking up. Although it's kinda hard to hear. Well, I broke that shit too. Well, I guess that's not how you do it. Oh no, that spread eagle. Connor, no! Connor, no! Hmm. Okay, it resetted that wall too, for whatever reason. Not exactly sure where I'm supposed to go. Like, I see that there, but you definitely can't make that jump. Huh. No, you just die in the... So that's not the correct place. What the hell? Now it shows... I was looking at there and now... This shit is glitchy as hell. Like, I was looking at there and it didn't show that. Well, now everything is busted. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy, Connor. You basically destroyed billions of dollars or pounds or whatever. Huh. Where is Washington? I guess he wasn't here. He's up here. coming for you, Washington. The battle on the rooftop, obviously. Halls of Injustice is done. I wonder if the final memory will be just a fight against him or if it's actually more than that.
It is you at last.
Commander Washington, if you give up the apple, I will let you live.
Give up the apple?
It controls you.
Is that what you believe? I believe I control it. Although I never considered the possibility that it could control someone. Perhaps it can.
You have been corrupted by the apple's power.
Corrupted? Well, that raises an interesting question. Do you wish me to give up the apple in order to save my soul? Or do you wish the apple for yourself so you can control the nation?
The true rulers are the people.
Let's not deceive ourselves. It's an absurd thought, but let's suppose that I were beholden to this apple. How would you behave differently?
I would use it for the good of everyone.
Or maybe not use it at all.
A burden and a blessing. Tell me, when you shake the earth, do you feel that you are a slave to the people? Or do you wish to be their master?
The people want you brought down.
But you didn't answer the question.
I am the only king here!
Holy shit. Use your animal powers to fight Washington. Welcome back! Holy shit. Bonk. I'm actually using his replica sword. Just beat the fucking shit out of him.
For all you've done.
Destroy the highlight objects to shatter the stained glass. Oh! The clones of the king. What the fuck? Hey, stop that, you fucking piece of shit! Oh. Thought I needed to destroy 4 of them. Well, there goes the apple. Ah! Defeat George Washington, first in the hearts. think he's about to die. Oh. I can move. No! George!
I died trying to bring down Washington. I plead with you, do not pursue the apple.
It corrupts.
I am so worried for you. The sky journeys have led you astray. Give up your fight for the apple, please, my son. Please.
Now's your chance. Take the apple. Take it. Take it.
Take it! Yeah, now we're back here. That's basically like it altered the reality and they got back.
Commander.
Subtitles, please.
Take it. Take it from me. I do not want it.
No man should possess a power so absolute.
Sink it into the sea. Weight it, and sink it to the bottommost reaches of the ocean.
So this actually tied to the main game. It actually really did happen. It wasn't just like a fever dream or what if scenario. This kinda like makes it so seem that it actually tied into the dream. The DLC. And you wouldn't even really know about that if you hadn't done the memory fragments.
Commander Washington,
I thought I was alone.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's quite all right.
Things appear to be at a stalemate.
I'm afraid so.
Might I suggest, Commander, that a republic cannot survive in a world with so many contending powers?
I beg your pardon.
Elected bodies, to be sure. The war was fought for this. For this nation to prosper. For this nation to thrive. The weakness of a republic must be balanced by a powerful man at its center. A powerful man, Commander, who, if I may be so bold, would be elevated in the eyes of the world if he were given the title of king.
Sir, I believe I can answer you in complete candor. Your proposal raises the greatest mischief that could befall my country. You could not have found a person to whom your schemes are more disagreeable. Let me conjure you then. If you have any regard for your country, concern for yourself or posterity, or respect for me, you banish these thoughts from your mind. Never communicate as from yourself or anyone else a sentiment of the like nature.
Was that basically his hidden, like,
Done here.
You want to go back?
Yes. Back.
subconsciousness,
Take us back.
saying that he, like, trying to tempt him to do the king, change it into a kingdom, become a king, like in the alternate reality. So he actually, Connor, dropped the apple into the ocean. One of the apples. I mean, it seems like there's 10,000 apples in this game. Which is like, what the fuck? Why are there so many, like, in this series? Like, first it was the only one apple, and they were also, like, showing the true things that they actually stole that one thing that was controlling them and everything. Then there happens to be, like, 10,000 other apples. That's, like, okay. I mean, it's obvious that the storylines expanded with these more and more. They kinda at first thought about like there being a single story element to it and single apple, and then they kinda like figured that okay, maybe there should be like more of them. Maybe they created more of those apples and more of those artifacts and more of everything. Yeah, I mean, couple of things before I tell my concluding thoughts. They never actually... The guy in the main game, in the beginning, who gave Haytham the order, who seemed to be Haytham's superior, basically. I can't remember his name. He actually gave Haytham the order, or like the target in the opera house. But whatever happened to that guy? They never explained anything about him. They never even mentioned him after that. And it's kinda odd because he obviously was like the leader of everything. Or maybe not the leader, but a big dude in the Templar Order. And he wasn't assassinated. There was no like conclusion or no like things about him. I kinda feel either the game developers are kinda setting that up for another sequel or follow-ups or spin-offs or something, or they just, like with some of the things in my opinion, completely forgot about it and didn't like it's just a half-assed like writing of the plot and the story. I feel like they kinda like just messed it up. Those are the two options. Now, the thing is, if there's a follow-up to the game, then it kinda like or like if it's followed up in somewhere, then it kinda like makes sense. The other part is, in the DLC, Connor says to that sea captain Bobby, Robert Faulkner, that his grandfather was actually a sailor or pirate. I'm not sure which he said, but like a seafarer. How the fuck? That's never even explained. That's never explored. That's never done in the whole game. I did everything, like every side quest, basically every side activity and everything, and they didn't explain that. How the fuck does he know that? How the fuck is... Like, they never... like, what? That's another, like, a crazy plot hole that doesn't just make any sense. It's... some of the story elements in these games, or in this game, actually, like, the main story and shit is just made by a fucking amateur. Like, I have to call it out. Like, it has to be done like a fucking amateur who has no idea what the fuck they're doing. They're just, like, writing the plot. I mean, either that's... Because this is the only... I don't know if it's the only DLC, but it's the only DLC I got from this. So either that's explored in a spin-off, which I feel like is kinda fucking shitty that they explore something in the spin-off that isn't in the remastered version with the DLC, and then they just talk about it in that. It's not very, like... It's just so... It's a thing that's... It's a plot hole. It's unexplored. And I feel like that's kind of... Like... Many things I can forgive, like they can be talked about behind the scenes, so to speak. Like, they don't show it, they explain it or talk about it. But that's one of the things, because it's just a big thing. They don't explore it. The main character's background, origins, or anything like that. How can he even get to know that his grandfather was a seafarer or anything? It's like, come on, man, what the fuck? Like, that one I have to call out. That's just so, like, included, well, added to the mess of this fucking storyline of this game, but yeah. Okay. I just had to, like, let that out because it's so, what the fuck. The other thing is, I mean, I don't know, like, the storyline of this DLC, in my opinion, it was actually more interesting and better than the main game. Like, honestly, all except the side missions, they were, like the side questing, they were fucking pointless. I didn't just ask. Like, they don't have any merit. Not even actually the chest grabbing doesn't even have basically any merit except for finding the fragments memory fragments which you can use to see what actually happened. Which is kinda interesting, but at the same time, is it really that meaningful? Not really. I mean, it's kinda like, you'd piece that out in the final part anyway, even if it didn't show the things that leading to that. I mean, it's kinda cool that you know what happened, but still, the side missions or side questing is just not good. But the actual story of this DLC is, in my opinion, interesting. The whole like idea, and since it ties up to the main game, it's even more interesting. It's just not like what if scenario, but it's more of a this is what happened after the British War and what went on. The Apple taking like showing an alternate reality, basically showing what might happen if George Washington uses the apple and all that. So yeah, I feel like this was actually interesting. The characters were better, like actually more interesting. The voice acting was a lot better in this one for whatever reason. The only gripes I have is that it's just made to be like this fucking mass. Like, I understand it's supposed to be like the soldiers are so plenty because basically they're just ruthless and George Washington is just oppressing everyone, putting soldiers everywhere, doing stuff, controlling them and all that shit. So I can kinda understand it being like there being so many. Not to mention the new powers are just kinda OP in that regard. If you didn't have those new powers, then that would be, with the amount of the enemies, that would be just like fucking ridiculously annoying and tedious, just running through everyone across you instantly. You can't really get away from them easily. There's like 10,000 enemies attacking you all the time. But with the new powers, the flight and the stealthing, it just makes it a lot more manageable. It's not as bad. I mean, it's still kinda silly, and it's not in the vein of Assassin's Creed. Not to mention the game actually glitches out with not showing the enemies on the minimap, because there's too much, so it just doesn't load them properly. And also the whole like enemies magically start appearing and attacking you from the other side of the planet. 10,000 of them. They just know that you are there. They aggro you randomly. Like there's just as many bugs as in the main game, and even more so being added. But like I said, the main story is actually like kinda interesting, and the whole what happens. Better voice acting than in the main game and all that. I feel like this DLC was actually pretty good. But it's not like the optional shit isn't rewarding. Just definitely not rewarding at all. Yeah. So in conclusion, the DLC is actually maybe not better than the main game, but the story is actually just way better. You can just play it for the story. It's kinda interesting, although eventually it doesn't really matter for the big line. Like, you can kind of argue that it matters in the sense that there's an apple, and which is buried now, or like thrown into the sea. So there's somewhere an apple in the sea. Not to mention, like, that made George Washington become like a more decisive character with his whole like you will never speak to me about such things again, and that Republic is what we need type of deal. So yeah, I'm actually happy that I played it. It was decent. Now I don't know if there was any other DLCs for this game, but that's the only one there is. And I guess the Benedict Arnold missions are also some kind of a add-on DLC for the main game. But yeah, in conclusion to the game, like I said, if you watch the main game final part of that, you already heard me talk about the game at length. But in conclusion, the main story of the game is a really huge mess. Like, the game in itself is a pretty huge mess with the bugs and everything. Like, they're not game-breaking bugs, but they are like super annoying and can delay your progress a lot because of the glitching of the wagon or the convoy things not triggering properly. The 100% in this game is like insanely nightmarish because of the glitches, what might happen and stuff that might go wrong with the game not registering stuff. Like, for example, I did the delivery quests, they are not there anywhere, and I got 0% out of the delivery quests for whatever reason. Like, it's just glitched out, and I can't probably get the 100% because of that at all, because it's just glitching. Like, the game is a huge mess of bugs. The story is kind of like a huge mess of what the fuck ever. It's boring. It's not very like, I shouldn't say it's boring, but it's not very interesting. The main character is kind of a what the fuck ever with poor voice acting, and yeah, it's just, and it's like so forced. The whole story is so forced. They're trying to like trying so hard to like force it into this revolution, American Revolution, and the whole like I don't know, like the whole idea, adding all the famous people from that era and like trying to just force it. And the problem is, they're just like, not the problem, but the one thing is also that they just wanted to add a Native American. They just had to, they were just like, we need to have a Native American as a main character in this. We just have to. But it just doesn't fit into the whole like going around with in the American Revolution and with the big names and everything. It just doesn't add up. I mean, I feel like they should have just tried to do it more on the, like, if they wanted to have a Native American main character, they should have just made it like he's fighting against the revolutionaries, well, everything, just getting tied up in them, but trying to save his own people and not just like trying to connect with everyone and being in the middle of the revolution. It just feels so forced. It's just, to me, it just feels like it's really too forced. But, on the other hand, the side activities and side quests are something that I really enjoyed doing. Like, this game, even though it's running now over 50 hours, like, it's, like, I have to say it's probably like 60 hours of gameplay, actual gameplay. I really enjoyed it. It didn't bore me out. The side activities were interesting. The gameplay side missions were actually, in my opinion, the best part of the game. And they were kind of interesting, and I liked doing them. It became addicting doing this thing and playing it. I mean, it's definitely, like I said, it's not a bad game, and it definitely isn't a good game either. It's kind of like a, yeah, you can play it, and you can either choose not to play it and you won't really miss out on anything except for the whole Desmond storyline. And or you can just like not really care. Also the Desmond storyline just kind of feels also a little bit forced in my opinion. Like it's not as bad, but the whole we're going to make him into a assassin, he's been created now, he's doing the assassin missions, and then his father just goes in and gets captured because, you know, just like the guy who basically has evaded the Templars for billions of years just goes and gets captured, and I mean, it's... And then what happens with Desmond at the end, it's like, and the whole appearing of that, who was the other one? The Juno and Minerva. Minerva came there just in time to warn them about being careful about Juno, and Juno just like, it's just so fucking forced. I mean... It kind of feels like they honestly ran a little bit out of ideas, and then they, yeah, the story by, I'm not sure if it's the story by this in this DLC or if it's the story of the main game, but those guys, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you guys are so out of it. Like, I feel like they like they didn't have any ideas left. They were just like, we need to do some conclusion to, or like, not conclusion, but continuation to the storyline, but what do we do? Okay, let's just do stuff. Then they were just like, probably writing the storyline while they were drunk at 2 AM. Just doing stuff without, like, creating plot holes and everything. And no consistency in the story or something. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. But yeah, the story is just so fucking... Yeah, they were all out of ideas. That's what I think. And they needed to do something. The game also looks, in my opinion, considering that this is the remastered and all that, I feel like it's the graphics are worse than in the previous games. It might be just me. I mean, certain things are smoother or cleaner, but graphic, like the faces and everything, they just look so much fucking like, I don't know, like puppets, mannequins. In the previous ones, they actually looked like the characters. I feel like the graphics are a downgrade, which is kinda interesting. And some of the elements, the wonkiness, the fucking mechanics, they just don't work properly as they should. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna, like I said, the game is a crazy mess, but it's still enjoyable for what it is. It just kept me, like, hooked on. It kept me playing still, even though it was so long. So I enjoyed it. And that's kind of a crazy thing. But the thing is, after this, I have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag as well. I don't know, it probably, since that's the final numbered entry, yeah, I checked, it's actually the final numbered entry. I feel like it's the continuation and the finish for this storyline of the Desmond saga. That's how I feel, because I'm not sure if Desmond died, what happened with Juno, what's going on at the end. But I feel like that's a continuation too, and the conclusion to it. And I'm probably going to be playing it, although after this insane endeavor of this long playthrough, I'm not sure if when I'm going to start it, if I'm going to start it as soon as I can. Like, considering that this was basically a 60-hour playthrough for me, I played for 60 hours at least. It's pretty lengthy. This is like it's kind of, I think it's second longest playthrough I've done for YouTube. The longest being Shadow of the Earth 3 Elden Ring DLC, by far. It's nothing's gonna beat that probably. But this is, before that, kind of like it was a tie between Soul Hackers 2 and Control. Control was 46 parts, basically like 50 hours, and Soul Hackers 2 was around there as well. It was only 42 parts, I think, but it had like 2-hour parts. Some of them were 2 hours, almost 2 hours. So it kinda adds up to being a 50. But this is like 60 hours with the DLC. So it's the longest one. Second longest one. And I'm kind of thinking that Assassin's Creed 4 is going to be also a long playthrough. But the thing is, I've actually heard about, like, this game I never actually really heard anything about. I didn't actually, I take it back, I didn't hear anything about this game. I knew the game existed, but I hadn't heard anything, so I didn't even have any idea what to expect when I started this. Now I know that the game was probably just so blah that people just don't really care about it and talk about it at all. But Assassin's Creed 4 is something that I've heard like a lot of people saying good things about. Like, I think it's like one of the best, some at least consider it to be the best Assassin's Creed out of all of them. So I have it and I kind of want to play it, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be playing it. If I just put it up right after this, or what? Or at least if I start playing it right about now, I'm not sure when I'm going to be finishing it. It might take a long while, considering that I kind of like was super invested into this game. I actually played this a lot during my free time. Like I just played this. So I heavily invested into finishing this and doing all the stuff. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the... If I'm going to be doing the... Black Flag instantly. I guess we'll see. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start it, but maybe it will take a longer time to actually finish. As of now, I've already done a playthroughs of Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2 Revelations, and now this. And I did them pretty in a short period of time. But I feel like since the fourth one is so highly complimented, people are talking saying good things about it. I feel like they actually improve a lot of the things from this game, considering that this game had like, god damn, it had many like annoying glitches, annoying bugs that made it a little less enjoyable. Not to mention the game was so fucking easy, like the fighting, because you don't have armor, you don't have any way to upgrade, the enemies are kinda meh. It's just so easy to go through. Like you don't even need to really care about dodging or anything. Or trying to assassinate or trying to be careful. You just run in and you fucking fight and kill everyone. The weapons don't really even matter at all. It's you can just like go with the basic tomahawk or the iron axe or whatever it is and just fucking beat everyone down, and you don't need to care about anything. They basically die with the same attacks anyway, and then just chain killing. I mean, the game is kinda easy. The fighting is brutal though, like the killing animations and everything. But yeah, in any case, I will be doing Assassin's Creed 4. I'm not sure about the other ones, they're different, like the follow-ups they were turned into an open world type of deals, and those take a lot longer to actually beat. Like the reason this was so much longer was because it was a open world type of deal, but the area that you were in wasn't really that big, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm still happy that I played it. I mean, it could be worse. It wasn't bad. It's playable. I've played worse games actually, so a lot worse. I just wish they would have, I don't know, made it a little bit consistent. Like the whole Connor being like everything is just, I don't know. I don't know if it's like I can't say it's unfinished. It doesn't yell out unfinished. It just yells out someone doing their fucking, like, not having any consistency in the storyline or writing of the story. They were just like, okay. How fucking long? I'm not gonna watch this. Let's just skip this. Is there like if I miss out on a ending sequence, then I don't know, because it takes so fucking long. Oh shit! I actually didn't want to. Well, whatever. I want to check out what's my percentage. Yeah, and like, imagine having a fucking treasure chest that infinitely spawns there with the same item because it's glitching. I got 90%. I actually did most of the synchronizations. Yeah. Huh. And pretty, like, I did some of these, but they're pointless as well, so. So yeah. But that was enjoyable, that DLC. The main story and the gameplay elements were kind of like pretty interesting. And the main game story percentage was 89%. Even though I did basically everything, like I did every side activity, almost every side activity. I don't think it actually counts the west pointing towards that, and that was the only one I was missing, but literally did everything else in the game. But those are just because I didn't get high enough synchronizations on the storylines. Or the quests that I did, like the side quests. There were a lot of them also that didn't have the synchronizations added. And it says that I took 42 hours to complete that, which isn't correct because it's more like, it's closer to 50 hours. And the Tyranny of King Washington was 8 hours, which I think it's more like 10 hours. Yeah, probably like closer to 10 hours. I mean, that's kinda accurate actually. In any case, that concludes my playthrough of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered with the DLC, the Tyranny of King Washington. I'm not sure if there were more than that. Look at that text there. Like, there's something about Evelyn and stuff. And he connects to the Connor. I feel like that's some sort of that is like I don't know what that is, a spin-off game, and I guess that somehow here. Live the striking chapter of the pre-American Revolution with Evelyn, an assassin with French and African mixed heritage. Ignite the flames of young nation's revolution as Connor, a Native American assassin who fights the blah 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 blah. I don't know. But in any case, that concludes my playthrough of Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, and boy, that was a long one. In any case, next up will be Assassin's Creed 4 the Black Flag. Just not sure when I get to it, and even if I get to it pretty soon, when will I actually finish it completely? I guess we'll see, because I'm expecting that to be a long one as well. In any case, I thank you for watching, if you did watch this, and I'll see you in the next video, or whatever it will be. UFONman is signing out. Bye. Bye.